beautiful people. My name is Sarah. I'm the owner of Denim and Rain, and this is my little spot here on YouTube. Hey, welcome. So today we are going to be doing yarn tour. Super excited. I'm going to show you where about I keep my yarn, and then if I have any specific projects in mind for them, etc., etc. So without further ado, let's go look at some yarn. Yay! So I'm doing this while I have kids at home, and my kid is trying to put flip-flops on my feet with my giant little stitches socks on. So, you know, that's how this is going. Should warn you as we get going that my house is a mess, but I'm not really gonna clean it for the sake of this. Like if you, laundry, giant pile of laundry, shh, don't tell anybody. But behind my easel in this corner, I have a basket of yarn that is holding all of my blanket stuff. So there I have my never-ending knit blanket, which is made out of Home Sense. It's like Walmart's brand of yarn. It's cotton yarn that's actually pretty decent. I don't mind it for just a basic knit garter stitch blanket. And then some velvet yarn that is being made into a blanket as well. So the blanket basket. On my built-ins in my family room, I have some of my knitting books, which I would love to have more of. I have my just knitting stitches, my Vogue, the Our Maker Life book, which if you haven't gotten a copy of this yet, I highly recommend it. It is absolutely fabulous. I have a houseplant book, and then this Pom Pom magazine, which has a pattern in there that I really want to make. And then another book, my Psalms pretty book. This basket has a random skein of Hometown USA Lion Brand and another one of those Home Sense cotton skeins. Not really sure why that one's in here. And then in this basket, I have a couple different sweater quantities worth of yarn. I have some Lion Brand wool ease, in this pink, which is Canyon Sunset, which is really pretty. And then this one, which is Natural Heather, which I also really like. So these ones will become a V-neck raglan, I think. I've got something like an idea floating around in my head for one. And then underneath it is this yarn. I'll pull a skein with a ball band out. This is Mary Maxim Woodlands, which is acrylic and alpaca. It is so soft. It is absolutely dreamy soft. And yeah, there's the information on it. But this one is also, I think, going to become a sweater of some kind. I don't know yet, but it's one that I got from a gift card that I had for, I don't remember even where I got it. I think maybe Joann's. And then in here I also have some, what is this? What do we got here? This is Hobie Trevoli, which I don't think they carry anymore. I think this has been replaced by the Migo Extra Large. No, that's wrong. I think so. It's the Amigo Extra Large is what this has been replaced as. This is an Aran weight acrylic yarn, which I was thinking I was going to do a sweater that was going to have sleeves with that in it. And then just a random skein of mustard. Who knows what that is. But yeah, so there is that one. And on my little basket, I have a prosthetic pin in honor of my little baby who has, you know, prosthetic leg. Not a baby anymore, but you know what I mean. All right, on to the next spot. Next spot in my family room, I have yarn next to the spot I sit on the couch. This is my I Am Scrappy blanket, which you can get the free pattern from my website or Ravelry. Next to it, I have my little side table, which has my little I Am Groot cup, which holds pencils and such that I use. Then this little bowl, which has tons, it has basically all my stitch markers in, and then a little pair of snips, and then some more stitch markers. And then I have my bag with all of my interchangeable knitting needles. I have my bowl of granny squares, some relief stuff for my wrist and fingers. And then below it, I have a basket full of a whole bunch of random things. My knitting book, my project bag, which is holding a Christmas gift, so we're just going to keep that tucked there. A hat that I need to get around to finishing the pattern for. And yeah, just a whole bunch of random scrappy skeins. Yeah, so there's that hot mess. And on to the next. Okay, now we have my cupboard, which is in my laundry room, holds all my random bits and things. I have some Hobie Metallico, which is super soft. It is a sport weight yarn. I kind of want to make a sweater out of it, but would probably have to hold it double with something else because sport weight, a whole sweater, that doesn't sound like fun. A DK sounds a little more palatable. Over here I've got some Hobie Diablo, just some random stuff to hold double with other stuff. I've got, I think, 4 of these, and then I think 2 of these. I've got some random scraps of Diablo. I have some Hobie Divina, which is left over from that fabulous sweater I made. We have some Patton's Croy sock, which of course will be socks at some point. So you can see I got them on sale. So I've got 2 skeins of this, and then I also have a skein of this color. And then these 2 bins are basically all these balls and stuff are random balls of acrylic, wool, cotton, you name it. If it's left over from something, it goes in these. And then I use them in other projects, or I save them until I've had them for too long and then I decide to pass them on. This is a fabulous mandala ombre cake, which I'm going to be using in a colorwork sweater for my daughter. This will be the colorwork portion, and I'm hoping it will fade nicely. We'll see how that turns out. But I'm going to hold, it's going to be like with a, like something like this is what I'm going to knit it with. And since we're up here, we have got some, let's see, I've got some paint box DK, some more paint box DK, more paint box DK that are leftovers from projects, because I'm the type of person to buy one more skein than what I really need just in case. Which is what happened with that. That's some Hobie Amigo DK that I had 1 extra skein, like I planned. I couldn't find that extra skein, thought I lost my mind and didn't get the correct amount, so I ordered 2 more, and those are the 2 more. I had enough. Crazy me, just misplaced them. I have some Caron Simply Soft, some Lion Brand Wool Ease. These will become some bulky socks, some more Wool Ease Thick and Quick. And then I have my Christmas socks, which I'm going to cast on the second sock soon. That way I can have them for Christmas. This is a Hobie Christmas sock wool. Oops, down goes the skein. This stuff is scratchy as can be. It is 100%, right? 25 polyamide, 2% polyester, and 73 wool. It is so scratchy, you guys. This gold stuff is not pleasant. If it was just the wool, it'd probably be okay. But it's gonna be on my feet, so I don't really care. And I'm hoping after a wash block, it will be softer. But yeah, gonna cast those on soon. I do need to order another pair of sock needles because I have my sock needles in use and I don't want to put my stitches on hold. But yeah, this is this cupboard, and let's move on to the fun stuff because I have my fun stuff in another place. Over here, I have a little cedar box that holds all of my anti-dyed and my nice wool. Down in the bottom, this is usually up there, but it's big and messy, so I pulled it out. I have all my more neutral colors, minus that one, not sure why it's down there. I have a couple of skeins of my hand-dyed yarn. This is a fingering weight gray. It's just a 75-25. I have my 2 skeins here of thrifted alpaca yarn, which I will be kicking up here soon because I am almost in need of it for my cardigan. Another hand-dyed skein that I dyed, another fingering 25, 75. Not sure what these are going to be at any point. I dyed them originally to sell and they never sold, so I just kept them. And yeah, this is a skein of super scratchy 100% wool. I don't know. I was given, it was a gift. I'm not sure what it will become. It's super like workhorsey, gonna be super warm. But I'm not sure what I'll make out of it because I know I won't want this on my skin because it's too scratchy. This fabulous self-striping that I dyed. Yes, I dyed some self-striping. We'll never do that again. That was a horrible experience. I've done a few self-striping and oh my word, it's a nightmare because I don't have like a warping board. But this is my next sock plan after the Christmas socks. I really want to knit this up. Then up here I have my colorful stuff. We have some beautiful, oh my goodness, beautiful Hypothesis yarn. She's just sent this to me as a gift, which is so fun. I am in love with it. I don't know what it's going to become. I was thinking in a sweater somehow. This is some Emma's yarn that I picked up on our last trip to the ocean, along with a couple of these skeins there, DK, that I'm going to be turning into some DK weight socks. These two are skeins that I have dyed. This is a fingering 75-25. This is a Aran 100% merino. Both are beautiful. Not sure what they're going to become. This is, what is this? I don't know what this is. Hold on. Let's pull it out. We want to see. Little fish stitches. I got this on a past year's trip. Don't know what that's going to become either. This is my hand-dyed yarn. This is Plucky Knitters, which is going to become some socks. It is a DK or worsted. I don't remember. It's definitely going to become some socks. Paired with, oh, where is it? This. Look at how gorgeous those will be together. This is my hand-dyed yarn. This is, bam, what was this called? Pacific Blush? Something like that. I don't remember. I don't dye yarn anymore, by the way, in case you're wondering. Maybe someday in the future I'll play around with it again, but not at this point in time. But yeah, those will become socks. And then, of course, you can see in here I have random mini skeins hanging out. I have this fabulous Little Wolf Knits skein, which will be, at some point in time, knit with this skein into a fade. I need a third one, though. So I'm looking for something that has these colors, like blues and oranges, like mustardy orange in it. Yeah. This skein, which I'm thinking of holding double with something and making some socks for my mother-in-law. I don't have patience to knit a pair of fingering weight socks before Christmas, so gonna need to hold it double with something. Not sure what yet. Maybe one of these. Huh. Ooh. Oop. Don't mind me, just throwing yarn. What do you guys think? Thinking maybe that could work, because, yeah. Huh. Okay, let me think on that. Just taking along for the ride, guys. I've got some fun pink stuff balled up back here. Some left over to the max yarn from some socks I made. Some PK yarns left over. See, I got all sorts of stuff buried back in here. This is some of my hand-dyed stuff, which, ooh, that goes really good together. These three. Okay, anyways, I'm getting very distracted. Sorry. I know I've got some other stuff buried back here. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, this skein of fabulous. This is got cashmere in it. Oh, it's so soft, guys. It is so soft and dreamy. Don't know what it's going to be. It's like the problem I have with fingering single skeins. I don't make fingering weight socks. I don't have patience for it. So I either have to hold it double to make DK weight socks or find other skeins to match with it to make larger projects. But yeah, this is my super cool indie special yarn stash. Yeah, love it all. Can't wait to use all of it. I get more because that's how this works, guys. All right, so that was my yarn stash. I don't have an enormous stash for 2 reasons. First, as you can see, I don't have a ton of space to store yarn. I had them in random cupboards and baskets around my house. Reason 2 is I kind of like to have a more minimal stash. I even need to go through it again. I like to have purpose and intention behind all of my yarn purchases. So any of the yarn I do have that is like leftover stuff that are left over from larger projects that I do plan to use for smaller ones like kid sweaters, heels, toes, cuffs, things like that. And then the sweater quantities that I do have, even if I don't have an exact pattern in mind, I do have intentions behind them. So yeah, I do admire and drool over people's large yarn stashes of indie dyed and such. But it just it's not really my thing to have a large stash. I am curious though, how much yarn do you have? How many cakes, balls, skeins? I'll put my number over here to see how much yarn I have. Do not be ashamed of any large or small quantities. All quantities of yarn, welcome here. I'm just curious to know, how much do you have? You've got a big stash, a little stash. But anyways, sorry for any kid noise. My children are learning how to be quiet. We're calling it a phase. We'll just call it a phase they're going through. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. It really helps out my tiny little channel here on YouTube. And you can check out all the links down below for all the things. Anyways, you guys have a great rest of your day.